It's taken a long time to get to this video and put it out. And I think that's because doing these vlogs and doing a whole bunch of videos instead of just one, I thought it was a good idea to break it up, but doing a whole bunch of videos just seemed to make the editing tedious, and it made doing the project slower. So going forward, instead of doing 15, 20 videos like in this little experiment, I'm just going to do one, like a normal person. So, and it's taken so long to edit this one down because just this of painting the living nest, as you can see, going along with the airbrush, was a 7-hour video in and of itself. So I edited down as much as possible, sped some things up. In fact, it took me so long, I have a next project finished and recorded. I just need to edit it. So hopefully that'll be done soon, and I can go. I still want to update more frequently, or upload more frequently, but I want to do complete projects and upload the video when they're done, instead of trying to rush out these little, I won't say little, but a whole bunch of videos that don't have the whole substance to it, I guess is the right way to say it. So I'm still learning, and hopefully I can get better at doing the YouTube thing and entertaining people and maybe educating some people along the way. So back to this right now. As you can see, I'm just using the airbrush to get down some layers. I had the black just as my base layer there, and I'm bringing it up and just kind of figuring out what color I want as I go. I know I want it pale. I'm doing a super pale green right here, and I'm gonna slowly bring that up to a blue-ish color. You can see I'm just going along with the red in the mouth and on the mandibles, and just around a little bit everywhere. And I'm gonna go heavy along the orbs and whatnot, because skin isn't just a single color. It's skin's translucent, so it's the layers of everything added up together what we see. So when I do any kind of skin, I like to use a whole bunch of layers and just keep building it up little bit by little bit. And I thought around the orbs and everything where it's protruding, kind of growing out of the skin, it's going to be irritated and bruising almost a little bit. And then I'm just gonna dial it back some with that pale green, just so there's not too much of the red. One thing I wanted to try doing, which I've never done before, is use super glue to create a barrier to lock in my base color down there. I've seen it used in miniature painting to create veins and whatnot. General idea of it, you put down your super glue for a layer that locks everything under it in. You paint on top of it, and then you use alcohol to dissolve away the paint a bit. I tried it a few different ways, and it was okay. As you can see, I think it works better at a smaller scale. Like I said, it was for Warhammer miniatures. But I've seen a variety of people do. So I just keep experimenting and making layers, which that's all art really is just experimenting until something is good enough. Never go for perfection, or you will go insane and hate everything and the world, and yeah, so just aim for good enough. after doing the experimenting on the bottom of the jaw, because I figured, well, if I mess up, it's on the bottom of the jaw. Who cares? I go straight on the face. It's still not doing exactly what I want it to do, and maybe I should have let the paint dry a bit more. But, it's still fun. So I basically put blotches around and then use the alcohol in the pipette, I think is how you say it, to spread it all around. It went a little crazy. Went a little too runny. So I'm just dabbing it to try to fix it. But I'm still getting the layers of many different colors that I want. So like I said, is good enough. So whatever I do to the face, I do to the jaw just to keep it uniform, because they will be connected, I promise. And I'm going into the mouth with a darker purple just to give it some shading, add a little depth so it doesn't look so flat. So I have these little raised bump textures. I'm going in there with a kind of lime green color just to give a little more variety. It's like those are maybe a emerging future orbs that are gonna grow. Because if you remember from the old video, those orbs underneath the masking are a yellowish color. Plus, it just looks nasty. Could just be boils or something. I don't know. It's a gross monster. Just make your monsters gross, and it'll work. Going through and just making some shadows, the wash, and dabbing it off to get it off the raised areas. That way we're getting more layers of color. If you can't tell by now, I like doing a lot of layers, for better or worse. Now that we've done all that, it's time to bring it down some. I'm just going back over with a pale blue. We're still having all the layers. I'm going over light. Thin paint is translucent. But it's just dulling it down to help tie it all together. It's like the top layer of your skin covers up all the different color veins and muscle and bloody bits and bone and everything. Here I have a whatchamacallit, a blah blah varnish, glossy varnish. Yeah, I forget words. So yeah, just some gloss, make the mouth look wet. Touching up around those mandibles. Just doing a bit of dry brushing to give them some color. And tying it all in. Now that the mouth is painted, I got a lot of paint where I want it. I'm gluing in some teeth. These are teeth that I modeled in Blender and then 3D printed. And just getting those in place, because once the teeth and the jaw are on, it would have been real hard to paint down inside of the mouth. This, I mean, still doable, but it just makes it easier when it's separated. And I had to go in with a little drill just to make the holes bigger, because in the casting, everything isn't perfect, and 3D printing the teeth, everything isn't perfect. I'm still learning to dial stuff in. It was on a resin printer, so I got a little bit wonky bottoms of the teeth, but it's fine because they're just, this has to be enough to glue in. And I mixed up some epoxy just to make sure they're good and secure, because super glue is good, but super glue is brittle. That's why sometimes if you bump something that's super glued together just right, it'll snap apart. So I'm using the epoxy just to make sure they're locked in and not going anywhere. after the epoxy's cured, teeth are all in there, it's time to finally attach the bottom jaw. So I got this little drill. I'm gonna be pinning the jaw in with some wire just to give it some extra strength. I want to give it a strong mechanical bond beyond just the chemical bond of the epoxy. So I got some armature wire. I brought it all the way around the back, and it's a bit too long, but luckily armature wire is really easy to clip. So the jaw is going to be epoxied into the wire, which is going down into the jaw in the little hole we made. And so we have the wire going all the way around on the inside in one continuous piece. So if it pulls down, it it's like hanging a picture frame pretty much. And as you can see here, I'm using foam clay because I have some gaps that I need to fill. And this is my first time using foam clay. I think it's super cool. It feels like marshmallow fluff. And it smears and smooths real easy. I mean, I'm just doing everything with my fingers, as you can see. Foam clay does take 24 hours to dry. It's air dry. But that dried up nice. There are some spots visible inside of the mouth that I'll have to paint, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I do need to paint the clay we added, so I'm just masking off the teeth, because I'm going to take it back to the spray booth, and I don't want to accidentally paint the teeth or the mandibles or anything that I don't want that base color of the skin there. And this will make sure you won't tell any secrets. Hey, we've painted up where we had the foam clay, and I'm just adding some more of the darker colors to get a wash, because where we painted over again, it was a bit flat. So just doing some touch-ups on the skin there, and we're getting closer to being done. Touching up those areas in the mouth where you can see the white foam clay. Just takes a thin brush and a bit of poking. And as we reach the good enough area of the paint job, it is time to remove the mask of the orbs. There are some areas I need to touch up because I was a little heavy-handed on the liquid latex that I used to mask them off. Just going in, touching up those areas. Trying to be careful to not get paint on the actual orb. With our little baby spiders inside. Look at them. Is he taking a nap, or are they ready to burst out and eat your face? I don't know. If you stuck around in the video this long, I just want to say thank you. I know most people just want to watch some 30-second short or whatever, but I hope this is entertaining, and you learn something, and you get inspired to make something. Yeah, I'm gonna try harder, make better videos. Again, they're gonna be more one and done. The whole vlog breaking stuff down was an experiment, and I didn't like it. So if you did like this way, I'm sorry, but I think it takes longer doing that, because I'd work on the project some and then edit videos and stuff, and then work on the project some and edit videos and stuff. And it made me disinterested in doing the videos. So I think I'm just gonna do a project, do a video, do a project, do the video. So hopefully that works out better, and I can make better things for everybody to watch and enjoy and have a super fun time. Yeah. These smaller ones, I didn't use plastic. They're just part of the cast. I'm just adding a little bit of color just to get them in line with the other orbs there. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be good enough to make sense. I got a pre-made wooden wall hanger trophy head thing. I painted it up. I just used a very watered down brown acrylic as sort of a stain. Then I took a sponge and sponged in the green to make it look like it's old and mossy. I cut all that part out of the video. I'm sorry, but I had to cut something out. So I'm just right now figuring out where I'm gonna glue this thing down at. So measuring, marking, And I sanded it just so the epoxy was sticking more to wood than the paint. Because we always paint to paint, gluing tends not to be the best in most situations. So yeah, just making sure I got it right before I set everything down, and just going along the edges with the epoxy just to make sure it's good and stuck. There was still a little gap, and the edges are rough from the cast. It was slush cast just by hand, so it's not perfect. If I had some kind of roto casting machine or something, I could maybe get a better cast out. So I'm just going with the foam clay, just going along that edge there. Just to help smooth it out a bit and hide that edge a little better. Here I'm just using a dark brown to help blend in, paint over that foam clay. And where the foam clay got a little high, just touching up, painting that to match the skin tone. And here we have the living nest. Just a little touch up some places here and there. But I am pretty happy with it. It was a long journey to figure it out. There's probably a ton of things I could have done better. Honestly, playing with the foam clay, I should have just made the head out of foam clay and I wouldn't have to mold and cast anything. But until next time, thanks for watching.